Hi guys, welcome to another video. If you're new around here, I'm Brittnee. Nice to meet you. I make tutorials about basically anything that's sweet. Today I'm going to show you how you can make the old trendy breakable chocolate heart. It's a really fun way to surprise somebody that you love with a special gift, and it's so easy, anybody can make it. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? It's really easy to do. All you have to do is click this button and this button. To make this, you are going to need a mold. My mold came with the hammer, which you will need to break the heart. I ordered this one from Amazon, and you can too. I will link it in the description box below. You will also need some chocolate. You can use whatever color you'd like. Today I'm using dark chocolate. That's probably really loud in the mic. Candy mousse or compound chocolate works the best. If you're going to use couverture, remember you have to temper it. To present your chocolate heart gift, you may want to use a box with some little paper shavings, what are those called? And the little window on top, I've seen that done. Or you can use a cute platter. I'm going to use this one. Or you can just use a nice plate. And then to complement your chocolate heart, you might want to dip some strawberries in chocolate. And of course, you will need a gift to hide inside the chocolate heart. A nice little love note, tickets to something, chocolate or candy or jewelry are all fun surprises to put inside your box. So the first thing I'm going to do really quick is clean my mold and make sure it'll produce some nice shiny chocolate. I'm just taking a little bit of vodka, which will evaporate. And going to take a paper towel and clean the mold. And while I wait for that to dry, I'm going to get some of my dark chocolate. And I'm going to carefully melt this in the microwave for 20 to 30 seconds at a time. All right, by this point, your mold should be all dry, and you're just going to pour a decent amount of chocolate into the bottom of it. And you're going to start by coating the whole heart by just tipping and turning your mold like this. You can use your spoon to help get these corners if you need to. You want to try to get all the way to the edge. And if you need a little more chocolate, just pour that in. And once you get the full heart coated, gotta get a paper towel because I got some on my finger. Trying not to make a mess. But anyway, once you get the whole heart coated, you're going to tap it to pop any air bubbles and release them so that you have a nice smooth outer edge when you pop off the mold. All right. Okay. Now you've got all your air bubbles out, you're going to just keep moving your chocolate around the mold, making sure that everything gets a nice, even, thick coating. And as you continue tipping your chocolate around the mold, it's going to start to cool down and it'll cling to the edges a little better as it cools down rather than pooling in the bottom of the mold. So we're just going to keep moving it like this. All right, now once your chocolate seems to be moving a little bit slower and cooling down and you think you've got a nice first coat, you're going to just dump out the excess from the corner. Like that. And just wipe, make sure all your edges are clean. And take your heart and put it, oh, looks like I still have chocolate pooling. I don't want the bottom to be too thick. You want them to, all the sides to kind of be even. And I could see there was more chocolate. So maybe it's easier to pour it from the bottom corner like this. That looks a lot better. All right, clean that edge. Now you're going to just pop it in the fridge until it's set up. Once your first coat is all set up in the fridge, I like to do this part with a glove in case I need to help the chocolate around. And at this point, this chocolate's cold, and the chocolate that you previously melted, if it's still smooth, it will be a little bit thicker. So the second coating won't take as long. I'm going to pour some in the bottom like before and do the same thing. And this is the reason why I have the glove. I like to help the chocolate up all the way to the edge to make sure your sides are going to be strong, and when you take the mold off, they don't break. And the reason why I want to do this is because it helps me coat the whole mold quicker than if I'm just tipping it around. If I'm just tipping it because the chocolate inside is cold, depending on how cold you got it, the chocolate might set up really fast and become uneven. This also helps me feel if there's lots of chocolate pooling in some areas and not in others. Like deep down here in the bottom, it gets pretty thick. And then I want to make sure this corner, this front corner, is coated really well because it's kind of a weak point in the heart because it's convex and the rest of the mold is concave, if that makes any sense. So I'm just helping the chocolate around with the glove. I just find it works really well. I can tell what's going on in the mold a lot easier. See how the chocolate got thick really fast? It's doing a nice job setting up. I do have a little extra though, which I'm going to just pour out into my chocolate container. Then take off my gloves and clean the edge. We want it to be nice and crisp. So now my edges are all clean. I'm going to stick it in the freezer this time because I want it to be nice and set up before I remove the mold. Now when you pull your heart out of the freezer, you want to make sure it's not warm in any areas, that it's nice and chilled. Mine was in there for about 10 minutes. And then you want to remove the mold while it's still really cold. You're going to start with the edges like this. And you're just trying to peel the mold away slowly so that you don't break it. So you'll get lower and lower as you go around, letting air in under the heart so that the mold will peel off. And you'll feel when it's really starting to release around the curve. So I'm going to take one side and kind of flip it inside out. Whoop, snapped back. And then at this point, once you get one side, you don't want that to happen, it could break. You're just going to peel off the top very carefully, like that. And there you have it. Look how nice and shiny. So I'm going to set this aside to decorate, and I'm going to make some chocolate strawberries really quick. So I just rewarmed the chocolate that I used on my heart, and I've got some strawberries that have been washed and dried, and if you stick them with a toothpick through the top, it'll help you dip them without breaking the stems. So I'm just going to do some in dark chocolate, plain, and then I'll decorate them later. And then I'm going to do some dark chocolate, white chocolate marbled strawberries as well. Now to marble some strawberries, I'm just going to drizzle some white chocolate into the dark chocolate and dip the berry, and as I pull it out, twirl it, and that'll marble it. Now while my strawberries dry, I'm going to decorate my chocolate box. There are different ways you can do this. You can do chocolate piping, you can use other edible decorations to glue on, or you can use a little bit of metallic paint. That's what I'm going to be doing. I've seen people splatter it, which looks really cute, but I'm going to try something different, and I'm going to paint along the edges of the heart just to accentuate the geometrical shape, because I think that will look really cool. And here's my heart all done. And while I have my gold paint out, I'm going to add a little bit of gold to my marbled strawberries. And then on the plain chocolate strawberries, I'm going to add a little gold leaf, and then they'll all be done. Before I reveal what's hidden in my chocolate heart, comment down below what you want to hide in your chocolate heart and who you want to give it to. Ready? Well, I hope that you guys loved this video today. If you did, please let me know by giving it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, today's the day. If you'd like to learn how to make a chocolate-covered strawberry bouquet, check out this video. And go ahead and check out the rest of my channel if you'd like to learn something else that's sweet. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!